All right, getting ready to go to the gym here. It's Friday. I don't even know what date it is, 1/29. But I got a question on one of my social media, and a friend asks us, hey, what are some tips and advice that you can give to make your resume ATS friendly? So I talked about the ATS in the past, and it basically stands for those of you who are not familiar with it yet, it's the Applicant Tracking System. And what it basically does, it just filters out candidates that the recruiters think they're not just going to be worth the time to look into the resumes. And this can happen for a couple of reasons. Number one, the ATS cannot read your resume. It cannot read what you're writing on your resume. Number two, when your resume is just not relevant to the position that you're applying to. If your resume is too general, then the ATS is basically going to tell you, go pound sand because you don't meet any of the requirements that we are asking for. And so there's two main things that I greatly think are going to help you out in making your resume, or your cover letter for that matter, ATS friendly. Number one is going to be to keep it simple. I talked about this in the past. And if you're one of those people that just uses a bunch of colors, if you make your resume any of these colors in the background, if you have really crazy fonts and you use Gothic fonts and 72 size font, it's just, don't mess with that shit too much. Like, it's just like, keep it simple. Don't get too creative. And it's not a creativity contest when it comes to your resume. Just keep it simple so that the ATS at least has a chance of reading what's on your resume. That's number one. And the second thing that I'm going to mention here is obviously something that I already touched on in the past many times, and I will probably have to keep saying it, is to keep your resume relevant to the position that you're applying to. And the main reason, again, this is so that the system knows that you are someone that is worth talking to. You are someone that is worth looking into based on your skills and based on the qualifications that you put on your resume. So that's basically all you have to do to make your resume ATS friendly. I mean, just keep it simple, keep a white background, regular font, regular structure of your resume. And number two, obviously, the content of your resume is going to matter, and that has to be relevant, somewhat relevant, at least to the position that you're applying to. Now, if you're one of those people, I've seen resumes in the past when the resumes are just way too general, or they're too messy, or some resumes even have pictures. In the United States, it's kind of a no-no to have your picture on your resume, and that's for obvious reasons, because of biases and like all the discrimination and stuff that could take place, who knows, based on the picture of someone. So generally speaking, having your picture on your resume is a no-no. Now, I know that in some other countries, for sure, at least when I'm in Peru, I'm from Peru originally, I know that having your resume over there, the curriculum vitae, I don't even know how to say that in English, but like the CV, you see, it's like a longer version of your resume, basically. That's all it is. But that's beside the point for the purpose of this video. So if you are someone that is interested in having a format for your resume, you want to have a structure, a baseline that you can go off of, make sure that you go to my website, you go to LaCivita/engineering career, and then you're going to go to resources, and you're going to find a bunch of resources there, but one of them is going to be a resume template that you can use, you can download, and you can go edit it. And again, guys, please keep in mind that this is just a template. Make sure that you shape it to your needs, shape it to what you are applying to, so that way you don't put irrelevant details on your resume. All right, and you thought I was done, but I have one more tip that this one tool, guys, really blew me away, and it's something that I wanted to share with you before I finish this video, because I think it can be very helpful to you. Anyway, so the one thing that you're going to do in order to see how good your resume is for a certain position, or your cover letter for that matter, this is where I want you to go. I want you to go to this website called jobscan.co, which you're going to see on the screen right now. And this website basically measures how good your resume is when you are applying for a position. And the best thing about it is that it gives you tips on what to improve. It gives you an overall score of matching rate. And so I think, guys, this can be very almost like I think everyone should know about this, and so I'm sharing it with you. All right, so the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna go to the website, obviously, and then you're gonna go to try sample resume and job, and it's gonna give you this automatic like scanning, and this is basically just telling you how it works, and it gives you a percent rate, like a match rate, like ATS findings and recruiter findings, and so how much your skills match. But here's where you are gonna go. You're gonna go to update resume and rescan. So this is where you're gonna put your resume over here in this portion, and then over here obviously you're gonna put the job description, as you can see here. So we're gonna run it just with my sample resume that I have for you on my website that I already described earlier in the video. So I'm actually gonna grab that and I'm gonna copy it, and then we're going to come here and we are going to paste that. And then what I did already is that I went through Indeed.com and then just looked up any random mechanical engineering job. Back to the website, to jobscan.co, and then we're gonna paste it. And then it's basically, we're gonna see, okay, we're gonna scan and see what it does, like how much it really helps us. As you can see, there's really not much matching there. This like below 20%, and the score they recommend is above 80. So I think this is extremely helpful to give you an idea of how good your resume is for a certain job. And not only that, but it also gives you tips on what to improve, like skills and keywords, title match, education match. And then here we go with I think this is the part that really I think can be very important, like the hard skills, like how much do you match, like mechanical design, like fabrication, drawings. There's one match that I had on my resume template with this job description. But anyway, so I think that you do get the point in how useful, how you can use this tool right here. And so that's all I really wanted to share, in addition to the first two tips that I gave you. So in conclusion, what you're gonna do is you're gonna keep it simple. You're gonna have a relevant message and as a relevant resume, and you are going to be using jobscan.co that you can go and measure up how much of a match your resume is for a certain position. All right, so that's all. Although the 3 best tips that I can give you on how to make your resume ATS friendly. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Happy to help here. And consider subscribing, by the way, or might as well just subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Peace. I'm going to continue drinking my coffee here.